Wow. Jumped right in there. Boom, boom. Hey, everybody, welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted.
You didn't say Damon like that.
Oh, I didn't?
Yeah. I didn't. I just did it. I was fully aware.
I wasn't there.
Weird.
I can try again if you want.
Yeah. No, we're good.
I wasn't really.
Because I don't think you're gonna stick the landing. You actually get winded saying your name. It's like you said your name longer that time. It's kind of weird. So like Damon and Ted. Yeah. You didn't even put 2 syllables of my name.
Yeah.
Why do we stop my name so fast? So hey, I got a story that I want to kind of tell because it's a people story, and it kind of shows why I hate a lot of people. All right, because it does. I will give up my seat, and I will give up stuff like we go on vacation. You're on a Disney bus, or you're doing this, you're doing that, and there's older people, or there's ladies, or this. I stand up. It doesn't matter. That's what you do. You're a man. You should do that. Okay, if you're an able-bodied man, you should do that. We went to Chuck, who graduated a couple weeks ago, then got to go do state powerlifting. Okay, now we show up an hour early and claim some seats in front of the rack where we believe he's going to be lifting, based on last year, and we do that.
Rack.
Rack. So we claim these seats, right? So fast forward to he's actually down the row a couple racks. So I have to walk down when I see him going. I walk down and then I'll get down on like one knee, wait his turn, and then I'll get up and take a video. I come back to my seat, and I had like this bench turned sideways, right? So I had it in front of our seats, and there's a lady sitting on it, and I go okay. So I'm standing there for a minute thinking she's going to move. Okay?
No.
So then, right. So you're ahead of the story.
Yeah.
But then,
because I know people too.
Yeah. So then I say to my wife and the people sitting with us, I go, I guess I lost my seat. To which she looks at me and goes, so what, do you want me to move or something? And I looked at her. And I went,
oh, you've opened up for conversation.
So
man.
she's older than me, and I thought, not the time and place, Damon. It is what it is, right? So I stopped. And I caught myself, and I looked at her, and I go, nope. That's why we came an hour early, so that I could hold seats for people I don't know. And then I just walked away, right?
Ooh.
But I was very, very pissed. And I'm like, here's the deal. Don't have an attitude with me, because I came back. I looked at you. We made eye contact. You looked back down at your phone, and you ignored me. So I made a comment about, I guess I lost my seat, and I said it just like that. And then you got an attitude.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So the attitude should have been from me. I didn't. I thought I was pretty calm. Right. So fast forward anyway, we go through the competition, and what's weird is, so Chuck gains, he gains like 5 pounds so that he's over a certain weight. They wanted to lift a weight class up. Okay. He's strong enough. They're like, just move up a weight class. We got guys that compete in this one, move up a weight class. Cool. So he weighs like 223 to lift in the 220, or 224 to lift in the 222 range, or 242 range, because he's over 222. So slight math is what it is. We get there. He is in a class with this kid who is in 242. He's the Hulk. This guy looks like he's the Rock from a distance. He's a junior, we found out later.
Oh, even better.
So Chuck throws up combined weight, real good weight, 1,310 pounds, okay? Squat, bench press, deadlift, 1,310 pounds combined. The guy he lost to, ranked number 2 in the nation.
Oh.
We didn't know this.
That's high.
Ranked number 2 in the nation. Not in the state where we're lifting, in the nation. He's won national events already. He lifted 1,590 pounds, okay?
That's a lot of pounds.
He set the record for every one of the lifts.
Was he a silverback gorilla?
You know what's weird is I almost wanted to see him do it one time. Right? Yeah. It's like, is that a tree?
Is that a Chevy Cruze?
Great callback.
Yeah,
great callback.
I did like, what
how
car,
did you get it in here?
Like, what car did we say?
Yeah.
What car was it? Was it Cruze? Yeah, it was Cruze.
So, but I just, so what's funny is he comes over to me after they do the first lifts, which is a squat, and he goes, I messed up. He goes, what? He goes, so I gained the weight that we needed for the team. He goes, I'm going to finish second. That's what he tells me. They're not even really started. I go, what? He goes, well, I'm going to deadlift like 545. And he goes, that's going to be a PR for me. He goes, he's going to open with $595. And I go, oh no.
You were
and
like,
he goes, yeah. And he goes, that's a PR for the event. That's what he said, you know? And I go, okay. And he goes, I'm cool with it. He goes, I think our teams, and their team still won. So his second place points were fine. You get like every first place finish, you get 12 points. Every second place, you get 10. So anyway, he was only 2 points behind the guy, but still.
Well, what's he going to lift? Oh, he's going to lift me lifting.
Yeah, I'm going to hold the 545. He's going to pick me up. Yeah, he's going to pick me up. So it was extremely entertaining. But we had a lot of fun. But like I said, it started off with this lady who felt like the world owes her.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to be done. Anywhere else, and again, at Disney, you're on vacation, you're in a great place for this and that, but you get tired. But then at the end of the day, you see some lady standing there, and you're like, why is she standing holding on to things? I'll stand, you know. So for all the things you say mean about me, okay, I'm really, first off, I'm a great husband.
You say it's like it's a lot.
You say it like it's every podcast.
Every podcast.
Yeah, you say it. You say like
you say it every time we're on That Checks Out with Damon and Tay.
You didn't say my name again. Yeah.
What?
I don't know why you're upset.
What are you talking about?
It's kind of weird.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Are your cans up? Mac, check his cans. I don't think they're working right.
Turn my cans up.
I think they're working right.
But no. So I wanted to put that out there where it's like, listen, if you feel like the universe owes you something, that's cool. There's certain places where it's just not meant for me to correct you in life, and that was one of them. So it is what it is. But yeah, we showed up early. We staked everything out. We had other people coming that had older relatives that were coming to sit and watch. They needed chairs. My fat ass didn't need a chair. I get it. Okay. But you know what's weird? I had one.
Right.
Okay. I had one. I had a spot to sit. So yeah, it was just one of those things. So I have something else here. Oh, you know my bathroom. I was doing my bathroom remodel.
Yeah.
I finished it. But when I went to do it on a weekend, I don't know if I told this or not, but they sent me defective shower doors.
Oh, no, this is news.
So I go to do the shower doors, and the box had already been opened, which the box, when it got sent to me, looked like it fell out of an airplane. Like, that's how they dropped it off at my house, and it's glass doors.
Oh, nice.
Okay, but now the glass
Aim for the pool.
Yeah, but the glass wasn't broke, so I was like, okay, whatever. It's all taped all over the place. It's ripped open. It's this and that. Somebody had it open. Somebody started installing it. Somebody returned it. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Now, here I am on a weekend ready to go do it. And I'm like, oh, they go, well, we'll have another one to you in 2 days. Cool. That's not today.
Right.
That's not today.
Today.
Okay? Because it's the Zon. Okay? Got it from the Zon. So anyway, the Zon sends me a thing that says, your return pickup.
From the Zos, huh?
Yeah. Is on May 19th. And it says, from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Someone must be present for this pickup.
No problem.
I put, need a better window at time because someone will not be home the entire day. We work, right? Then I thought, what do they do to me? They don't wait for me to get home to bring it to me, right? So I went ahead, and this time, I'll show you. I did one better. I taped it up with duct tape. I have packing tape at home.
Yeah.
But you know what they can't give to somebody else?
A duct tape box.
A duct tape box. So I sent him that, and then I put it out by my house, and then you can read what I typed to him.
Your package has been placed out for pickup and will be recorded by my Ring doorbell as well. Thanks, and have a great day.
Correct. I put it right on the porch like they would leave it for me.
Yeah.
So here's my proof that it's out for you. If you don't get it, not my problem.
Right.
Here's your proof. Because if I get home and that's gone, not your problem. Right. You took a picture of it. So I just said, I'll just play your game. We'll do it real even. Well, they got it back and they did it. There were 2 guys came and loaded that in the vehicle. And they had this like enterprise rental truck, which is weird, and they took it off. But my point is it's like you told me I have to be home for basically a 14-hour day.
Right.
Okay. I don't know what unemployed guys buying new shower doors.
Right. That also, like, if you order from them, they give you like a 4-hour window.
Right.
Like, so they can narrow down where they're going to be.
Yeah.
But not when they need to pick stuff up.
But 2 Billy Bobs and a rental truck.
Yeah.
We don't know when they're going to get there. Why? Because they're not dependable. It is what it is, you know? So, but then what's funny is she goes, I'll send you one. And I go, if you send me one, are you charging me for this one till you get the other one back? No. And they did not, because I had to check. But it was one of those things where it's like, wait a minute.
I had that from the fair.
Yeah.
Of Ways. The fair of Way, if you know what I'm talking
Gotcha.
about.
Yes.
We got a bed. It was like one bar was dented, like one of the like the support slats.
Yeah.
One bar was, oh, we'll send you another one. Did they send out a whole new?
Yeah.
Like, so we sold the first one for like half what we paid for it.
Oh, yeah. With the dented bar.
Right. And we just disclosed it. if you would like to bend it back out or get a different like a wooden board, because no one's gonna see that.
Well, that's why I was surprised they wanted this back.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised they didn't just go like, hey, just dispose of it.
Yeah. You pay for the dumpster. We'll send you another one.
Yeah. Yeah. But the other thing is though too is it's like I didn't go pick that up in my car. So if you told me, well, you can drop it off at any UPS place. No, I can't. You know what I mean? No, I'm not going to do that either. You're going to pick it up from my front door. So, but how about you? Anything cool happen last week?
Well, recently, it wasn't last week, it was recent, but I haven't talked about it here. I went to go see Cy Amundsen from Middle of Somewhere podcast.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
No, upstairs. Like, I've seen him before, but it was, so I get there, I'm one of the first people there because that's how I just roll, right? And I walk in and they're like, party you want? I'm like, yeah, like, do you want to sit here? And I was like, look, we'll sit you on stage. I'm like, you're not supposed to. Like, you're not, like, as a comedian, you shouldn't, like, be up front. But I'm like, when is this going to happen again?
Right.
So literally, and when I say on stage, like, I was closer to him than I am to you.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those, like, literally, like, if he
Which in life, I feel like I'm closer to him.
If he wanted to drop trout, I would have been gargling side.
Really?
He was that close, right?
Nice.
But it's funny, though, because he gets up there and he, like, looks and he looks at everyone, and you could just say, he's like, because he talked to everyone on stage except me. And I think he wasn't doing it to signal me out. I think he was doing it because I know this guy. I really shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like, it was more of a, this is a guy I should not be, you know, like, he gets it. I'm not going to talk to him. He understands why I'm not talking to him. Yeah. But at the end, he's talking about Forged in Fire. He's like, anyone seen that show? And I let everyone speak first, and no one said anything. Like, so no one's seen that? And I was like, I have. And the guy next to me is like, he has. He's like, oh, you have? Like, yeah. What part am I about to talk about? The part where they test if it kills? Yep, the kill test. And I was just like, it was just funny because he was like, I didn't want it. But then after the show, we go out and he's out in the street. He's just out in the street. And a couple people talking. I walk up. He's like, Dad, how you been? Thanks for coming out. It's so exciting. You coming for the next show? I'm like, yeah, actually, he's like, I had a great conversation. But then I see that the line is forming. So I go back in line. Like, hey, I'll talk to you later. He's like, I get it. Go back in line. Now, Cody, who travels with him, you hear about him on the podcast. I see him like, hey, and he did a set before. And I was like, hey, Cody, good to see you. And he's like, oh, hey, like, and he starts like, so you know, Simon, I'm like, yeah, I know him, but Chad's been on our podcast. We keep trying to get Cy on our podcast, hint, and stuff. But I had a great conversation with him, and it was just funny. And I was like, and I was telling him about our podcast and how our producers never listen to us, and we could say whatever, and the guy will never be paying attention. Yeah. So it's like I can say whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's a terrible human, and he just never listens.
It's his comeback.
Right.
Yeah, I know that.
No, that triggers it. Wait, what?
Yeah, hold on.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about.
You know what's weird? That's probably his safe word at home.
Yeah.
Listen, honey, just call me a scumbag, and I know we're good. We're done. Oh, I'll undo the cuffs. We're good. So that's his safe word. So go ahead.
Speaking of that, and I got to tell you this later. Remind me what safe word later, because it's someone else's joke. I don't want to blow it on
I got you. Yeah, you don't want to blow somebody's joke. I got you.
But oh my God, it's so great.
Yeah.
But then I went to a show that friend of the podcast TJ was on, and so you remember back in the days we don't speak of, the time of the 2020.
Yes.
Like, we did a lot of stuff online, and we played a game called it was Jackbox. What was the name of it?
I know what you're talking about.
Something Quips.
Quiplash.
And you know the guy that would always get our goat?
Oh yeah.
He was there too.
Yeah.
But he's like, what, you working out? You looking great. I'm like, no, this is just natural, man. What are you talking about? One day I decided I would look better. Right? We're just messing with him.
Yeah.
But Jack Baker was another comedian. I'm actually wearing his thing right now. And it was just great. Like, we were talking the whole, like, not distractedly, like, we're off to the side, but it was just like, it was one of the best conversations I've had with Jack Baker ever. And it was just fantastic because he's like, oh, well, this is how, this is what I see things, or this is like this. Or it was like, hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you want to try to joke on you? I'm like, yeah. And it was at a bar that's supposed to be a punk bar.
Okay.
But they do places have they sell burgers, but instead of just having burgers, like, they put
they got like death names.
Yeah, they put a boat on it. Or they just like do weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
But their logo was put a little anarchy in your day. And he's like, hey, let me learn to buy this joke. See their logo or their, and I was like, yeah. He's like, isn't that what Upton Sinclair was trying to not have happen using the jungle? And I was just like, I get that, Jack. I don't think half
this room is not
going to get that.
He's
like, yeah, but what are they going to do? He's like, I feel like I never rip on them. What are they going to do? They can't be mad if I'm ripping on them. That's not anarchy.
They won't understand.
Yeah, well, that he's
they won't understand.
Yeah, but he's like, double down. He's like, if I decide to just tear this place up, they can't say anything. How can they be anarchy if they want me to follow the rules? Right? And I was like, do this.
Okay, see now you go. Now you got a bit.
Yeah, I was like, do it. Yeah, he was just like.
So did he do it?
Oh yeah, he was like, I just want to make sure it was Ted Wilson approved. I'm like, I feel like that was a low blow.
Yeah. Right. So what you're doing is, if you dumb it down enough for me, is what you're saying is that we're okay.
Because we had talked, like, we roasted each other at at a roast I was
Yeah.
at recently, and Jerry was there for that. But yeah, that was just great. That he came up and he asked me that question. But the thing is, I forgot the roast joke. I wanted to do most of them because he's a thin guy, he wears dark glasses, rim glasses, and I wanted to say like this guy is the worst Buddy Holly impersonator.
So you know what's weird? In my head,
Yeah.
I didn't want to take it from you, but I'm like, see, he's gonna say Buddy Holly.
Yeah,
he's gonna say Buddy Holly.
And his favorite song to do is
Weezer.
No, like, yeah, that.
Looks, yeah.
Not Peggy Sue, but Me Sue.
Yeah.
Right. But
Isn't that a Chinese soup?
Yeah, I said Peg Me Sue. It's a Chinese soup. I literally sat down and went, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
I looked over. He looked at me, and I was like, "Oh no! I forgot the thing I was going to say about you.
Yeah.
It was a joke about your butt."
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. No, but did I tell you the joke he said about me? He's like, Ted. He likes to say it's Ted 2L Wilson, but after his set tonight, I think he should put a third L in there. And then later on, he's like, I don't know if people got that. I'm like, well, they had to know the two. Like, I explained the two L's. I just don't know if they knew that I was telling you that you were a loser. And I was like, yeah, no, I got it. Yeah. He's like, well, that's the important part. I'm like, thanks, Jack.
Yeah. Look, I'm ripping on you for the room, but more for you too.
Yeah,
just
no,
so
it was
you
fun.
get it. Yeah. Well, but you're in a room of comedians, so it's fun.
Yeah.
So
but,
guys get it.
It was a great time.
Guys get it. So,
hey,
I saw.
Oh no.
Okay, no, I saw. You know how they always have headlines where they try to reel you in with like banners and clickbait and stuff.
Right.
So it says, and I don't ever click on them, but I always like to read them and then imagine.
My mom
what it
does.
is. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Virus City.
Yeah. Come on down to Virus City,
Yeah.
where the clicks are fun and your computer is trash.
Yeah. So it says, this was the question. What is the number one sign your marriage is headed for a divorce? Okay, that's what it says. Okay.
Getting roasted by Jack Baker.
I thought in real terms, like holding up a sign like you're at a wrestling thing, and I put, I banged your sister. Okay. I thought that's the number one sign.
That would.
It's the number one sign. There's no coming back from that sign.
Hey, we're going straight to the top. It's a bulletin number one, everybody. This week's request and dedication is a sign that said, I banged your sister.
Yeah. Now coming to the main stage.
Now coming to the main stage.
I banged your sister. Yeah. But it says that seriously has to be the number
Nicole's
one
sister. Oh, wait. It wasn't serious? Okay.
This has to be the number one true sign, though. You know what I mean? Like if you're really talking about, because otherwise, for somebody to go the number one of this, number one of that, there's no.
Yeah.
Look, like
it's not like, the number one thing people are putting in their fridge these days, cottage cheese.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not. Mac, no?
Puppies.
Yeah.
What?
5
people said puppies.
5 people. Survey said. Top 100 answers on the board.
We surveyed 95 regular people and 5 psychopaths. So, what do you want to go with?
I'm going with puppies.
Yeah. Right.
Well, good answer. Good answer.
Wait, how crazy are they? I'm going to go with what is your own shit, Bill, for 200. My name's not Bill, and there's no points on that one, so we'll do that. 6 people said, wait a minute, so one of the regular people said also their own shit? You said 5 psychopaths, right? We got to know the math.
Yeah.
How's this break down?
Hold on.
How's this break down?
Where was this survey conducted?
Yeah.
Times Square.
Oh, okay. They're all psychopaths.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha.
I'd like to change my answer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I like that, though. We surveyed 95 regular people and 5. Imagine if they did that, though. Like Steve Harvey goes, so we surveyed 96 hillbillies. 2, count them, fat people. All right. Wait, are hillbillies not fat people?
Yeah. Why was
some
that
of them
mutually
overlapped?
Exclusive? Why was that mutually exclusive?
Yeah. Right. We're on the panel. We're like, we answered these. 2 fat people. We're like, hold on. Do the fat people have a podcast? Do you, Steve? Are you talking about us?
Yeah. Hold on now. You talking about Damon and Ted?
I was gonna say that's the one. That's one of my favorite episodes of Family Guy when he answers it as one person said it. He goes, "I was in the survey.
I was in the survey. I want to go with a Q."
Yeah. But yeah, again back to the number one sign. There's no such thing as number one anything unless you can statistically prove that's true.
Right.
Otherwise, it's your opinion. Okay. The number one reason people get divorced: money problems, family problems. Any study can prove whatever it is. But I will tell you right now, I defy you to find something that beats a sign that says,
Yeah.
I banged your sister. Okay? That right there, number one sign you're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Literally, sign.
Your mom was in on it. She took you out to distract you.
You see, hey,
We have a new number one, everybody.
Hey, you see that handwriting? It's in your mom's handwriting.
Mom's handwriting.
That sign is made. Your mom made that sign. Okay?
She made this when you guys went out to like wine and paint. Like you painted a nice
Can you imagine that?
You just painted a nice moon, like moon landing or whatever, like a moonscape.
You're doing the night where you paint each other.
Yeah.
Have you seen those TikToks?
Yeah.
Where they're doing each other? And you turn yours around and goes, I banged your sister. Hers is a picture of you. Yours is a sign that says, listen, I got to come clean, okay? I'm not a good artist.
Yeah.
So you flip it around.
That's my sister, and this is me.
You fold it out.
Yeah.
It's
like a Mad Magazine.
Fold, yeah.
Oh yeah, centerfold.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Is that you?
How did you fold canvas?
Yeah.
It was tough.
By the way,
I've turned out I'm flexible. Your sister knows.
that seems like way more adequate than what I'm normally giving you. I painted it myself.
Yeah.
It's a self-portrait.
Yeah.
I got this. Yeah.
I was excited. It was your sister.
Now you can see what it looks like when it's fully grown. All right. I'm a big boy now.
This took a dark turn.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, that's like a diaper
I was
commercial.
going to say
That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
Can we timestamp that? We used timestamp last week. That's a callback from way back.
Yeah.
Are we just recycling stuff to the beginning?
Timestamp. Yeah, I like that.
So we went to go see the Dukes Fest.
All right. Fun facts. In 2007, this one's great. In 2007, she made headlines for hiccuping 50 times a minute for over a month.
That woman would be dead.
Okay.
You talk about dead to you? Bad woman.
Okay. Even appearing on the Today Show in search of a cure. 6 years later, she was back in the news. Any chance for what?
She had faked it?
No.
Hiccuping?
This time for being found guilty of first-degree murder. Okay.
Wait, she killed someone?
I should have let you read it.
Yeah.
As a what?
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the deal. So if you're ever going to murder somebody, it's on your 50 times a minute month of hiccuping fest that you're doing. I think, honestly, you should get 3 kills. Okay. That's almost like, what is it? The Purge? You got the hiccups like that.
Right.
You're allowed to purge people. Okay. You know why? You are the prey. They all want to kill you.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. I think literally you get to have a stopwatch and be like, dead.
Yeah. You know what's weird? So
either you stop hiccuping or one more second happens.
Even if it was the lifeguard from 2 weeks ago where he can't hear anything.
You can just see the...
He can see it. He's like, I'm so tired of looking at this. If she shrugs her shoulders one more time, and he's trying to talk serious to her, and she's like, why does she keep shrugging her shoulders?
She just shrugs this off
one more time. She shrugs this off one more time. She shrugged it off 50 times this minute.
I'm trying to tell you where the riptide is. Yeah. It is very serious. Please do not go out in the riptide.
Yeah. I do not want to save 901 people. I've saved 900. Okay.
She's just out there hiccuping in the riptide. She's just shrugging it out and she's dying right now.
But if you're ever going to kill somebody, do you wait till 2013, 6 years after you did this? No. You go in right now. You know why? Carte blanche, baby. You're good. If anybody has the right,
I was out of my mind.
Yeah. Hey, were you of sound mind and body?
No.
You know who knows I wasn't? Everybody, because they all tried killing me.
Yeah. It's self-defense.
Yeah. Self-defense.
Self-defense.
I had to kill him first.
They were going to kill me.
It's kill or be killed. All right. Second fun fact. I think you probably read this one before. A group of engineering students and their teacher were given free airplane tickets to go on a holiday. Once on the plane, the captain announced they were on the plane the students had built. Everyone freaked out and rushed off the plane, except for the teacher, who stayed there, very calm. When the flight attendant asked why he hadn't left, he responded, I know the abilities of my student. This shit won't even start. That's great, ain't it?
Okay. That's like that story from last week with thankfully they both died.
Thankfully they both died. So I really had 2 of these I could have probably gave you to read.
Yeah.
But I like it to be a little darker when I make you read stuff. Yeah. Like getting stuck in a pet door. I like it to be dark stuff. Okay. But anyway, my point is do you ask this guy? This guy's sitting there real calm and chill. Everybody else runs off. I can just imagine the mass chaos of getting off the plane. And he's like, no, I trust my students. Plus, this shit's never going to start, you know?
Yeah. But we're fine.
We're fine. But
I'm sorry you wasted the gas on it.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't fuel it up. Yeah. You have to pump that back out.
He's out there with the siphon. Yeah. I got a mouthful.
Yeah,
of that.
I
got a mouthful of jet fuel, but we'll get it.
We'll get it.
How many 5-gallon buckets you got?
I'll keister some of it.
Yeah. The bucket? Oh, no.
You just had it in your mouth. Why are you going to keister it? That's not right.
If you ATM your siphon for fuel, you have real problems, okay? What's weird is your buddy's doing it at the same time. Are you keystering? I was sucking. I was keystering. Okay.
Oh, right.
Okay. Okay.
That didn't. We like kind of reversed Human Centipede.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why this fuel was so muddy. Okay, I did not know.
This fuel tastes.
Yeah. Why is there corn in this fuel?
Is this what ethanol is? I don't care if I can go further, like a little cheaper. I don't want this.
96% ethanol, right? It's kind of weird.
I don't want this.
So, but still, again, so if you're the pilot too, I mean, you kind of feel it's just crazy. But how much money goes into this?
Right.
You know,
that's funny. Like everyone except that guy was nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Got it. So, all right. Third fun fact. This one's different.
Is this one dork?
No, not bad. A car carrying a sacrificial goat to a religious ritual in India crashed.
Goat survived. Everyone else died.
Killing all 4 passengers. Remarkably, the goat survived the deadly accident without injury.
We have done this too much, everyone. We have reached peak TCO. Hey, I didn't even flinch. Goat's alive.
Goat's alive.
Goat's alive.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just. I guess here's the cherry on it. It wasn't just that the driver of the goat died. It was every human in that car.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them perished.
Yeah.
The goat's.
I mean, that's what happens when you literally bring Satan in animal form.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna kill you. Hey, you want to bet?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Don't tell me.
Yeah. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me this is gonna happen. Yeah.
What, did you just tell the goat we're gonna kill him? Yeah. Oh no.
Oh man, I'm not going. I'm not going.
Hey, yeah, just cancel all plans. I won't be home.
Yeah. Right. But and again, it's a sacrificial goat, so to a religious ritual. I don't know if it's religious, but that's okay. But what in India is that common? Maybe bloodletting. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. So, but all I hear is euros. You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, we're having euros. This is great. You know, I don't really know about the other stuff. But yeah, how did you got ahead of that real fast?
It was literally like telegram coming to your brain.
Yeah. Okay. He wouldn't be reading this if the goat's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. No, I do like that. It's kind of like a couple of weeks ago when we had a surprise sponsor, and I caught on to that in about 0.02 seconds.
Right. Was there any feedback about that, Mac?
I don't know if Mac got feedback, but I can tell you I did.
Did you?
I did immediately. I messaged someone and said, I probably owe you money. And they go, really? Why? They played dumb because it wasn't out yet. I go, oh, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I guess, I tell you what, maybe I'll owe you on my birthday. Maybe I'll owe you some money, like that. And then he's like, really? So anyway, when it comes out, he messaged me. He goes, worth every penny. Like that, And I was kind of laughing. And that was kind of and I said, you got to at least be impressed at how quick I got it. He goes, I really was. I said, I knew exactly. What's funny is we have other friends of ours that are Packer fans that messaged me and go,
I did not hear the A.
Yeah. Yeah. That messaged me and said, that could have been me. How did you not know it was me right away? I go, first off, it was very well written. Okay. I said, second off, it didn't rip on Wilson one time.
Yeah.
And I said, when you didn't rip on Wilson, I was like, there's no way and I said, we were a sentence in and it didn't talk no crap.
Team Ted was not attacked.
Right. No, you could tell this was a Team Ted attack.
Yeah, this was very much both guns blazing at you.
Yeah, so I knew exactly what it was. So by the way, thank you. But anytime you want that money back, it's fine. I'll never read that. Ever. But it was just funny how fast we get it. We just boom it, process that fast. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, you said it. Goes alive.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Spoilers, everyone.
Last fun fact. You won't get this one. There's no way you'll get this one. In 2002,
you don't tell Thomas Fitzpatrick you won't get it.
Yeah. There's no way you get a third one. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. David Arndt stepped away from a patient who was under anesthesia and had an open incision, leaving him unattended for 35 minutes while he, what's your guess?
Don't know.
While he went to cash his paycheck at the bank in Harvard Square.
Oh, banker's hours. I got to get down there.
You know what's bad? If you're a doctor, if you're a surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you might want to rethink.
This guy's out, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he's just like,
yeah. Is this a Saturday?
Snapping over.
Is this a Saturday? They're going to close at 1.
Yeah, they got to get down there.
They're going to close at 1. I'm going to get this.
I need cash for the strip joint tonight. Because who's coming to the stage? Cinnamon!
Yeah. But for 35 minutes. You know what's weird? He's not the only one in the room.
He's
What
like-
do you tell other people?
Also, it's like, hey, guys, can I cut these? I got a guy.
Yeah. You know what's weird?
Probably goes down to your bank, and you're like, I didn't get here early to stand in line so someone else could cut in front of me. Yeah, actually, no, that's exactly what I did. I'm just going to walk out.
I guess you want me to move.
Guess I'm just going to walk out.
Yeah. But for 35 minutes, you can't tell me there's not other people left in this room.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, he's out, right?
Yeah.
He'll be good.
Yeah. Would you do like I'm having an oh no moment?
Yeah.
And you act like you're going to the bathroom, but in reality,
like
you leave.
fast poops.
Yeah.
Hey, if he stirs a little bit, crank up the gas just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we could. You do it.
You do it.
Do
Yeah,
it.
He's good. He's good. Otherwise, that's going to hurt. He's open.
And
He's wide
when
open.
When was this? Did it say?
2002.
2002.
2002.
Okay.
That's still, I mean, that's a Sue happy time too. I mean,
well, no, I'm just saying that. Like, but online banking wasn't, and that kind of stuff wasn't as prevalent.
Yeah, you take a picture of your check and just send it right in.
Yeah.
But he did say went to cash his paycheck.
Right.
This,
Not even deposited.
No,
because back then you could still put it in an ATM and it would go in your
yeah
account.
But this reeks of I'm a doctor that makes a lot of money and I need cash today.
Oh yeah, this reeks of a lot of his money is going up his nose or like at the track.
877 cash now.
Yeah.
Right.
You got a large settlement, but a man on your table. You need cash now. J.G. Wentworth.
Hey, I don't have a TCO WTF.
Oh, I don't have to do anything this week?
Nope.
Why'd I even come in? Oh, I know why. I had to say Damon and Tay.
Okay, stop doing that. That's just wrong. It's wrong on every level.
That's enough. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That was 4 times.
Yeah.
Everyone in comedy is in 3s.
Yeah, I was gonna say you ruined it.
You
ruined
It's
it.
ruined.
It's ruined.
It's ruined.
Nope, I have one of these.
There goes my hero. Go ahead.
Okay. There goes my hero. Here's the headline. It's actually the question that you ask, but it says, "What is the most disgusting secret you're hiding right now?" Now, I have the answer here, and it's solid.
You deuced in those shorts?
It has to do with the deuce.
Oh, all right. Wow, I'm ahead of the story again.
My wife went out drinking with
no.
coworkers and got shit-faced.
Deuce faced?
I had to struggle to get her inside. Blackout drunk, crying, puking. It was a nightmare, and not her first time doing this. Okay? After putting her to bed, I shit on the driveway next to the car door and told her she did it while she was drunk and told her the neighbor saw her do it. She found it going to work the next day. She has not gone out drinking since. That was 4 years ago. If she does drink, she has one and done.
Hey, do you get this? You got the guy's number? Maybe Max. You think your buddies would want this?
What do you think?
Seems like a way to get them people sober.
Maybe they could use it on their podcast and they could use it for.
Terrible idea.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah.
Do not ask for Brian.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you know this, but if you went out and saw would you know it's not yours? Could you identify your own make?
I guess if I
Hey,
had
that's
that
not my
much-
make and model.
Yeah, it's not my own brand.
Yeah.
Right. But if I was fat bastard, I like my own brand.
Everyone likes their own brand.
Everyone likes
Oh,
their own
let's see what we
brand.
got working here.
But I guess if I drank that much and who knows what I ate that night, I guess maybe.
I think it'd be like, I don't know, if I'm that drunk, it's not that solid.
Oh yeah, I got you.
You got too solid for me.
Yeah. You just dump some pudding in the driveway. What is that? What is that? And then you walk over and you're like, "That's yours."
That's
You know?
yours.
And he's like, "It's got to be."
Turns out that wasn't pudding.
Yeah.
Still not mine, but it wasn't
It
pudding.
was not pudding. It was weird. But again, for you to have the foresight to be like, listen, I don't know how to stop her.
I know what'll fix this.
Yeah. A human shit.
What would be great is after a couple months, so did your husband ever talk to you about that night he brought you inside and then came back out here and shit on the driveway?
Right. But you know what you do? He says, because the
Well,
neighbor might have saw him.
Right.
So
That's
if he
what I'm
says
saying,
that, she won't ever talk to the neighbor again.
That's what. But it's funny. It's like the neighbor, the whole time, she just decided to fix it on her own, but she has a secret over him. Just one day, I'm gonna be like, by the way, I know it was you. What?
What? But he hadn't said fudge. No.
But he made fudge.
But he said, so that was 4 years ago.
Couldn't he have just done it in the bathroom and taken it out there? Did he really have to squat on the driveway? I think you went a little too far. I think he wanted to.
This is a guy who
I
had
wanted
this
to.
plan. Yeah. That was for me. Okay.
Yeah, I did that for me.
In the driveway was for me.
Yeah, it was a double duty
Double duty.
because it stopped you from doing it, but
Yeah.
it was for me.
It was a double duty. How'd I spell duty? I don't know.
I want people to watch.
Double duty. DOODY. duty. But you say the neighbor saw you do it because that makes it awkward.
Yeah.
So then you don't have your strap popped, huh?
What?
Strap popped on the arm. That's why I keep floating.
Yeah.
But
no, it's like it's like suddenly like the neighbor's like, wow, she used to be really friendly, and all of a sudden she stopped talking to you. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. You know what's weird?
Like the neighbor doesn't know that he was put in this story.
So then they go on Family Feud against the neighbors, and they're like, okay, we asked 99 people and one lady that shit in her driveway.
Survey said.
Yeah. Survey said her husband did it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who said that? Wait a minute. Yeah. All right. So I thought that was kind of wild because it really is a guy who he had a plan.
Yeah.
He knew, he's like, look.
She does this one more time.
Yeah. She comes home that shit-faced. We're doing this.
I am ruining the driveway.
Yeah. And all night long, he's pacing going, she needs to get home soon. I got to go.
Yeah.
I got to go.
All night long.
Yeah.
All night.
Yeah. I got to go.
At least he did it in the driveway and not in the car.
You know what's weird, though? Think about it. What if she should have checked her shoes. What if he did it before she ever got home in anticipation of where she was parking?
Yeah, it's true.
And then she has it on her shoes walking in the house like it was fresh. Like she really should check because maybe.
But I'm saying, like, if you were that, like, if you don't remember it and it's just a clean.
Oh, it's got to be mortifying.
Yeah, just a clean log.
Yeah.
So, like,
oh, yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. You're like,
I'm
hold
not
on.
Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah,
but something doesn't add
We went
up.
out for tacos and margaritas.
Yeah.
I was puking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not coming out the other end.
Yeah,
solid.
I'm pretty sure this would have been up the car.
Right. Yeah.
And then puke in the
Yeah.
in the
Yeah. There was
in the
friendly
yard.
fire. There was
Yeah.
friendly fire. Someone's getting covered. So, all right.
Yeah, he just leaves a void. That's where I was.
That's where it was, right there.
Yeah, when you saw just one streak of poop, that's when I was carrying you. This is not footprints, Jesus. That's for like 8 people in the audience, but
yeah,
you got it.
I know who you are. All right, so now I have a TCO sells it for you.
Oh, that's been a while.
Yeah, that's why I said we'll go a little old school here.
Yeah.
TCO sells it for you. Casket, $200.
Already nervous.
You know what? Here.
Oh no, we're changing it. We're
You know what?
caught an audible.
There you go.
Casket, $200. Anybody need a casket? One owner, slightly used. Been down once for 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah,
3 years. Just pulled back up because we decided to go a different route.
We decided to go 3 years later. We're going a different route. By the way,
wait, $200 OBO HMU. Or better offer, hit me up.
Okay. Now, you see how they got the lid open?
100. Yeah, I do see how they deliver. It is a little crusty.
It's stained.
Yeah, that's what I was going with. Yeah.
Yeah. They pulled Grandma out of here.
Yeah.
And it's stained.
It looks like Grandma might not have been fully dead when she was in there.
Yeah, I think she was trying to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say go another route.
So,
You know what? If we burn her, we know she's dead.
it's been down F-A-H.
Yeah. But now, for
3
about
years.
3 years. For about 3 years.
Yeah.
For about 250.
But it said just pulled back up.
Yeah.
We decided to go a different route.
Let's go another route.
Where was it buried? You can't just go to a cemetery and go like,
There's that question. Also, if you look at that hole, it does not look that deep.
no.
Thirdly, like after 3 years, like, you know what? Oh, hey, we just found the will. Turns out she wanted to be cremated.
Oh,
It's a little late. Nah, not too late.
bummer. She left me the watch. We put the watch on her. Okay.
Oh, man. I didn't see it. She keistered it.
Ooh. Sorry, buddy.
Granny.
Sorry, buddy.
You,
Yeah.
you wily bastard.
Remember, she had the hiccups for like 6 straight months. It was insane. So no, when I saw that, I thought this is the weirdest thing.
Maybe that's why it's stained, because she kept hiccuping, and her face would hit the. But does it really look like that person was so big? Because they over makeup faces.
Oh yeah, for sure. It looks like a face.
When they closed it, it looks like it just smeared. Like it bounced. Like her face bounced up into the lid.
And that's got me thinking. I really hope that's not the case. I believe they have a pillow or something there that sets people up when they're being on display, and I believe they crank them, like back down in there to where they lay flat. But this looks like they didn't crank somebody back down, and then they stood on the lid to get it to shut. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, here we go. So, but yeah, $200. I tell you, $200 for a casket.
Yeah,
that's cheap.
Yeah,
that's cheap, man. That's cheap.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
The person in it's not going to smell it.
That ain't not nothing. You know what I mean? So you get Febreze. You put some Febreze or something in there.
They're dead. Who's going to smell it?
Yeah, but the people. I mean, if you're gonna have,
I guess.
What are you gonna? You have a
if you're paying $200 for a casket, I doubt you're paying for a viewing.
Yeah. I never thought
You're
of
just
that.
doing it open air in the yard.
It's like, hold on a second now. You can see her while she's on the couch. Once we put her in the box, she's going to the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah. You should have seen her on the couch.
Right.
So I'm just telling you.
You never came by to see her when she was alive.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but I don't know who did her makeup, but they should have taped off her face because this is really, really bad. Again, $200 casket. Hit me up. Okay. OBO. That's what HMU is, right? Hit me up.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. All right. I got a strange story.
Strange stories.
It starts.
Oh,
It starts with two of the best words ever.
no.
Florida woman
There we go.
refuses to pay bar tab, punches cop in the nuts. I like how I got your attention.
Refuse to pay bar tab.
Yeah.
Punches cop in the nuts.
Yeah. Now, there's two wrongs don't make a right.
No.
Okay. Three lefts do, but two wrongs don't. Okay. So, science. Three lefts do make it right. I mean, to be honest with you, you're going the right way. Anyway, you thinking about it? You know that
No, I know
works.
it makes a U. I can figure that out.
I don't know. I feel like you were trying to cipher over there. Remember when I had to explain jokes to you before?
Trying to think. Yes. Yes. 3 weeks ago, he explained to me that the Batman because it was about bats.
Yeah. Remember that? That was good, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Hands down.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
You know what? We're going to go old school. I'm going to hit a button that isn't even on the board anymore.
Yeah.
You have a subpoena.
Yeah. I like that one. So, hey.
Yeah. So
She
why?
didn't pay the bar tab.
Yeah. No, didn't pay the bar tab. Thought, you know what's going to get me out of this?
Yeah.
Cop nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. A quick punch. The nutcracking events took place on May 6th. So everything's fresh here.
This is
okay?
fresh.
Yeah.
So fresh and so clean.
In Ocala, a city in north central Florida. I know where Ocala is. I broke down there once, so I know where it is.
Did you punch a cop in the nuts?
Huh? No, I didn't.
I broke down and just punched
No,
him
but
right
I
in the
bought a
nuts.
very expensive transmission for a vehicle. Most expensive Disney souvenir we ever purchased, folks. Yeah, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
So it says, anyway, they received a call from Mark's Prime Steakhouse. This sounds like a high-end place.
Right. So far.
Okay? Not somewhere where you think you'd have a nut punch going on.
No.
Okay?
Well, that's someplace that you could run up a bar tab.
You could dodge a bar tab. Okay? According to caller, there was a drunken woman at the restaurant's bar who was refusing to pay her tab. With that, the OPD sent several officers to check on the situation.
That seems like a bit much, but
Yeah.
turns out they weren't wrong.
Right. As they arrive, one of the officers entered the restaurant.
Nuts first.
He found, don't lead.
Yeah.
Don't lead with the wang, all right? Walk in butt first. I don't walk it, put your knee, do the hokey pokey.
Kind of hunch over.
Yeah, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. I don't know what you got to do.
Do a little side saddle. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, just walk in,
Yeah.
do the Brady Bunch. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That's fine. But it says he found the restaurant manager who had called had been accurate in their description. What's your description? A girl? She didn't pay.
Drunk girl didn't pay. Checks out.
Okay. Hey, so far, we're batting a thought. Nobody's lying. At the bar, the officer discovered Rachel King. She sounds like a real deal breaker. You know what I mean? She's going to break rules.
Sounds like royalty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nicole already loves her.
Yeah. What are you, a princess? No, I'm a king. It says the arrest report. Oh, okay. That just gave her name. She had clearly been drinking for a while as she was visibly intoxicated. Hence the phone call. The manager informed the police officer that King wouldn't pay her bill. She managed to rack up a tab totaling $99.53. That's
That,
that
would you say like about $100?
Yeah.
Tab $99.53.
That didn't include the 18% gratuity, so I feel like this should be more than this. Which means that considering the prices in bars today, she'd approximately 3 beers. Okay, see, that's the next line.
There you go.
I'm going, what'd you get $93 worth of stuff? And that's not a whole lot, you know? Thank you. We'll be here all week. That was the next sentence. Wow.
That's,
Okay.
I'm already,
Okay.
you want to talk about dead to me?
Yeah.
The writer of this article.
Yeah. Oh, the next headline, extreme pain. For her part, King explained it wasn't that she didn't want to pay the tab, although she suspected the truth. We suspect the truth of that statement. She simply had no cash or credit card with her, and the manager wouldn't accept a Venmo payment. Well, they really shouldn't accept a Venmo payment. That's not a form of paying for a business. Okay? That's an Etsy page. You pay with Venmo, you pay with PayPal. That's what you do. You don't do that.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Zelle? Is that like a bank account, right?
Zelle, yeah.
Zelle. But there's a couple of big ones like that. At this point, the officer escorted King to the patio to get some fresh air. Okay, now you're one-on-one, and I think your nuts are going to be exposed. Okay, so you got to really be cautious here. Once there, a bystander who had heard their discussion offered to pay off King's tab if she would Venmo him the money first. This sounds like this guy's trying to help.
Right.
And it also sounds like there's a drunk chick here. that
Yeah,
needs
I'm
help.
going to help you out.
Yeah.
You pay me back.
Yeah. King just became a prostitute.
Right.
Okay. Right now. King agreed, but she must have been too drunk to do the payment herself. Wow. Okay, so you're too drunk to Venmo somebody money. That's really not difficult.
Right.
Okay. As a man who once ordered an Uber who didn't even have the app downloaded on his phone while I was in an ICU, I would think anybody drunk could go ahead.
No, it's weird
and do
that she
this.
couldn't figure out how to Venmo this guy money, but she could find out a way to put her fist in the cop's nuts.
Yeah, you know what doesn't make sense? Venmo. You know what makes total sense?
Cop nuts.
Wait a minute. Are the pistachios? I don't know what his last name is. Couldn't tell you. So it says, according to the arrest report, the cop had to help her after King gave him permission to use her phone. Oh, I think I see where this is going.
I didn't give you my phone.
Something, however, happened while the officer tried to send the Good Samaritan the money. The report states that King became agitated.
There it is.
I saw this. For some reason, told the cop that he should, quote, just leave her alone. She snatched her phone back from the officer. Probably not a good idea. Okay. I can tell you where there's a worse idea coming.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you.
We're ahead of the story.
Yeah, I don't know that this is the worst idea she's going to have.
Right.
This might, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, this is mellow. This is like telling somebody, I guess I lost my seat.
Yeah, this was definitely not top 5.
Yeah.
Survey says.
Yeah, the things you could have done today. Okay. So it says when he tried to protest, King pulled her right fist, quote, as far back as she could, and punched. She hit the officer right in his testicles.
Did she uppercut?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know about you, but you got to go past the Frank to get to the beans.
Yeah, if you punch straight.
Yeah, you're hitting the Frank. You're not hitting the beans.
Right.
Did she come from the under?
I don't know. She must have. Yeah, it doesn't really say like.
Tiger uppercut.
Yeah. Hadouken. Right. But it said the arrest report states that as a result, oh my God. Okay.
That was a wiener, by the way. That's what we were talking.
Yeah.
I was just making sure he's on board.
Okay. The arrest report states, as a result, he felt, quote, extreme pain. So in the arrest report, they wrote, I got punched in the testicles. I had extreme pain.
I had an owie.
Okay. Was there a question for that? Was there
Right,
ever,
yeah,
was it a
yeah.
doubt?
Right.
Were they like, but did it hurt?
I took a 2x4 to the face. It hurt. No, really?
Yeah, yeah. So it says punching the cop's a bad idea in general, but hitting him in his nads. I like where that.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You're back on board now.
Yeah, that's
You're back on board. Good save.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not often used anymore.
There's probably even a worse one. In an uninspiring turn, the rest of the officers piled on King and arrested her on the spot.
Oh yeah, they were just like, we got to protect our nads.
Yeah.
She's,
First off, she is
swung
going to
first.
punch.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
going to punch.
We got to take her down before our
Yeah.
nads get hit.
Short ride in a cop car later, she was booked into Marion County Jail. Records show she was released after 2 days, and she posted a $17,500 bond.
So she didn't want to pay $99.53,
Yeah.
but ended up paying $17,000 plus.
I want to know what the other guy did for this Klondike bar because, he came back, he's like, look, if you want to Venmo me
Right.
$17,500,
I will touch your nads.
I will pay your bail.
Yeah.
I'll pay your bail. Now, I do expect some nad touching to go on,
Yeah.
but not where you
Yeah.
rear back full speed, okay?
Yeah, I'll touch your nads if you pay. Oh, no, I've seen what you do to nads. I'm going to pass.
So it says really would have saved her a whole bunch of money if she just paid the bill.
Oh,
That said, she might end up even further in the negative. King has been charged with battery of a law enforcement officer and defrauding an innkeeper of less than $300. Wonder how much that will add to her tab. $17,500 for a night out. Okay. And a story that you can't really tell people proudly.
Also, well, you know what's sad, though?
Yeah.
Is that she's going to listen to this podcast and she's going to be like, why couldn't my friends have just taken a dump on my driveway and prevented this?
Where can they find us, Dad?
Definitely
I
find
have
us
no
hopefully
idea.
next week. But I don't know about after this one.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah.
This one ended. I think I'm too tired. I think this one ended really, really slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You challenge me. Don't challenge me not to be able to land this show. You can find us at thatchecksout.net. All the socials at checks
I'm
out.
going to land this show twice.
WDT. I'm not Damon. I'm Ted.
Yeah.
We're the something producers of the show.
Guess I lost my seat. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. Come on down to Audio Podcasting Studio. Don't do this.
No, don't. Unless I banged your sister, then I'll hold the sign.
Now that's a sign.
Yeah.
I saw the sign. And open up my lawyer's wallet. We'll catch you next time.